lovely people. We have a very interesting person with us this morning, and she is someone that I've actually never personally met, but followed quite a while. So very welcome, Saskia Marloh from Saskia Marloh Photography, based out of Germany and working a lot also in the UAE. Hello, thank you for joining us.
Hi there. Hi, you too. It's really nice meeting you. I feel like I've known you all my life. maybe it's because of the German accent. And it's really
Yes,
nice
so
meeting you.
it's actually quite interesting what social media does these days, and how you feel that you know people without really knowing people.
Exactly.
I mean, I know what you do. I followed you like online as you know as well, and
Mhm.
just tell people a little bit more about. I mean, your name says it all, Saskia Marloh Photography. But what type of photography you are doing? How your love for photography came about? And why the UAE and Germany? So, I mean, obviously you are German. That is maybe not such a big surprise, but why the UAE? I see a horse in the background. Maybe that is a reason why you also fell in love with the UAE, because obviously
Yeah.
horses are huge in the UAE as well. But tell us a little bit more about your story.
Okay, I have to. I'll try to make it really brief.
Yeah.
It's a long story, but I was born in Greece, and to parents that were also from different cultures. So I was brought up in this Oriental environment, traveled a lot with my parents, and I basically was born into a Einsteiny, but also very artistic family. And I was supported with everything I did. So art and literature and everything was supported, and I was never told, no, you have to study something else. So
Wow.
I studied film and photography, and photography was just a byproduct. It was never what I really wanted to do. I wanted to just do film. And then I ended up, throughout my life, I ended up working in film, with television, and in many different countries around Europe. And but then stopped altogether and did something completely different. And then at some point I came back to photography because I continued photographing everywhere, and I always had a camera with me. So a friend of mine, she said, why don't you take up photography again? All your photos are just amazing. And that's what I did.
When was
And
that, if I may ask? Like, what year was this?
that's it was 1997.
Okay.
So, some time ago.
Couple
And
of days ago.
yes, but during my studies, I was always, I mean, as a child, I never knew I was going to become a photographer or anything like that. I just wanted to draw, and I was really into drawing people, and later into fashion, drawing like fashion designs and stuff. So it was, I think, like a logical development to, or
Path.
like a, or like an evolution. So I came to that sort of photography where I can encompass everything. I can have like beautiful people and okay, maybe I should say what I do in the end, because now I'm doing mainly wedding photography.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of beautiful people there, right?
Well,
yes,
and I mean, and they made, like, I mean, they are most beautiful for the day. So,
yes,
and it's always something beautiful to look at. I mean, not only the couple, but
Yeah.
everything on the wedding is made for
Spectacular.
yeah,
yes.
for something to remember, you know. So, I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, it's always something memorable there.
That's true. That's true. And it's also a very emotional day. And that's quite important for me as well, because I'm there like a hunter, capturing these really, really tiny split seconds. And that's what I love most. I mean, I love the whole
Yeah.
thing, but I love being there almost invisible and capturing moments that people don't even know they exist. So
That's
that's
nice. I like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I mean,
And also,
in the, sorry, just to interrupt, I mean, like working in the wedding industry and just being on like a couple of hundreds weddings, you know that something is happening like somewhere,
I know,
which obviously
I know.
the bride and the groom doesn't even like notice or know
No,
about.
they don't.
And always when like the couple receives the images
Yeah.
afterwards, they're like,
Mhm.
wow, did that really
I
happen
know.
on my wedding? Like, or
Yes.
stuff like this, or when
Yeah.
little moments just there, and specifically with kids. And I mean, there are just a lot of funny like things that are happening, or even like with grannies and older people and
Yes.
stuff like this.
Yeah.
So these moments actually are amazing to be
Exactly.
frozen in time, you know. I think that's really
Yeah.
nice
Exactly.
that you said that.
And
Yes.
sometimes what we see, like when we are on weddings and there's photographers, and then sometimes we see just something happening, you know, and we
Mhm.
say, why the photographer is not seeing this? Why they are not seeing this? You know, like
Yeah.
you get an eye for the little things like that
I
happen,
know.
and even if they see it, they don't capture it. Sometimes you
Yes.
think like it's
Yes.
so much in front of your eye.
It's
Why
not
are
just
you
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just clicking on the
it's not just
Yeah.
about the
camera?
yes and the
Yeah.
rings and the whatever, like, you know,
Yeah.
the overall reception area. It's just
Yeah.
the little human interaction and
I
the
know.
maybe sometimes funny or silly moments that happen that actually make those images really, I mean, yeah,
Special.
Precious.
really
Yeah.
special. Okay, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you, but yeah,
And
that's
precious
amazing.
to the couple, because the couple most of the times don't even see these moments. Most of my couples, they are so completely over the moon when they receive the photos, and they say, we're so grateful, we don't know how we didn't even notice you,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
took so many so incredible good photos, and you kept so many moments we didn't even know what was happening behind our backs in church, for example, like little children, or
Yeah,
when
exactly.
they, yeah. And that's what I really, really like. And I like to make this day even more special, because my service is also giving a lot of guidance. I mean, I take the couple basically from their first contact to the very last, or not, mostly it's not the last contact, but when the project is finished, I take them by their hands and help them to set up a timeline and all that. So, which is, and give them ideas about their bridal shoot, and so they feel really comfortable. And most days it's like everybody at the wedding thinks that we are already friends since a long time.
But
They
that's
mostly
amazing.
they think I am a friend. So how do
Yeah.
you know these two? And I say, no, we only know.
But how do you actually came then to the UAE? I mean, like this must be
Yeah.
like a very interesting story.
Can I just before
Yes.
you answer this, I just want to say this is so important actually for someone as a photographer to be as like that is as close as nobody else, like during the wedding. Not even your parents or like not even your sister or someone that is actually usually very close to you. The photographer
Yeah.
on your wedding day is super close all
Like
the
your
time.
shadow.
You know, it's
course.
like your
Of
shadow.
course.
So there must be a really very good connection, because there will
Of
not be
course.
only like let's say positive moments in the sense that like excitement. There might be also some anxiety, some stressful moments just before like getting ready and things like this. So it's
Yes.
super important that the
Yeah.
relationship between the photographer and the couple is relaxed, and it feels at least like you are a long-time friend already. So that's
Yeah.
very important.
And to have trust. So because they basically everybody lets me in their most private space,
Exactly.
and I can take photos when they cry. And of course, I mean, obviously, when I know the guests and the couple before, then there are certain moments where I don't click. I mean, I don't take a photo. There are certain moments that are too private. Like certain people, when they cry, I know they do not want to have that as a photo. And then I don't, then I respect that moment and don't do it, because I don't want to overstep the limits either. Because you can sense, like, some people are fine with that and some people aren't. So it's really, it's very, you have to be very sensitive. And I think that's what I have a sense for people that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
usually, and maybe there we get the spin to the UAE. Usually, people
Yes.
that do good with animals have a very good sense for humans as well.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Yeah, probably. That's a good thinking.
yeah, well,
Yes.
this is, or
Yeah.
the other way around, if you're not good with animals, you're not good with people. This is my
No,
this
it's
is my
true.
own my
It's
very
true.
own motto. So, like, some people
Yes.
that really have, like, do not like animals at all, there's something suspicious in my own mind going on.
No,
So,
that's
but yeah.
true. It's true. It's true. Yeah. You're right.
But tell
It's
us,
probably
like,
like that.
your love, or your, like, how did you, like, end up shooting also a lot in the UAE? So
I
how
will,
did that happen?
and funnily enough, only because this painting is in my bag, it had to do with horses actually, and because I've been riding basically all my life, and I'm a real horse person. Besides photography, I think if I would have not become a photographer, maybe I would have worked with horses, and I sometimes did during my life. And I wanted to ride in the desert, and that's why I contacted a friend of my brother, and she said, and I said, can I come and ride, make some desert rides and stuff? And she said, yeah, come. And I said, how much does it cost? She said, no, you just take some photos. And so we built a fantastic friendship, and of course went horse riding. She has a few of these really beautiful Arabian endurance horses. And then one day I said, I really want to do the style shoot with a horse in the desert. And said, yeah, no problem. And so we did organize all that. And through one photo, which is still on my website, I got most of my incredible, beautiful UAE weddings. They contacted me.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, no, and also we were invited to a massive Emirati wedding, like a real high end, and there I saw basically how the photographers work, because it's very different to here, or it's different to an international wedding. It's like this female only crew, and how they work and what you're allowed to to capture, and then I just got the most amazing weddings, like royal weddings, real high-end weddings, and just where I thought, why me? Like this? But I knew, but they are so happy with my work. They, every time we meet, we still in contact. They say, we all, and the whole family, we all love your work. We all love your work. You can sense in the photos that you love the people. I mean, that I love the people that I photograph.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah, so
interesting.
you were
and
right.
Okay.
Yeah, and totally different, I think, from German families.
Of course.
Like in the UAE or in the Arab countries, even in Africa, I think the whole family somehow is involved, and the whole family gets the pictures and likes the pictures. In Germany, it's more a closer thing to the couple. I mean, they show the pictures, but it's not so, let's say, not so common that the entire family is involved in this type of showing pictures.
And I think also what makes a difference is, like, the relationship, even after like a service is done, there is still a relationship. In Europe, in most cases,
It's like a business.
It's a very straightforward business. I pay you, you like render your services, and in most cases, like how I feel it, there is not a lot of like personal relationship still wanted from most, from most side. It's very straightforward. So your work is great, it's amazing, I'm going to pay you. But the relationship in the Middle East is a very warm, very family oriented, and it's like it's even longer. So once you're accepted to do the job, you are part of the family almost. Like this is how I personally have experienced it, which is beautiful to see. So when you are now in these two worlds, obviously you see complete different weddings. Like, I mean, German weddings, or like, they, at least not even German weddings, but even like from couples from abroad, but who celebrate in Germany, obviously have a complete different touch than Middle Eastern wedding, as you say, specifically Emirati wedding, kosher, so it's all females. I mean, the cultural aspect is huge. There's much more guests in terms of numbers than for most Western weddings. What, from your perspective, is the most interesting part when you are now have the possibility to compare? Is it the cultural aspect? Is it like the way how celebrations are conducted? Like, what is your most interesting part that you like to capture on those two different things that are taking place? Or is it always the same? Or is it like always, you say, for example, getting ready, there's always the very same excitement? There's always like, or is it like completely different? Or like, just for people like maybe the ones who are from Europe to understand what is different in the Middle East, and from like obviously also from here that says, you know, what makes like maybe pure European weddings different. I think, for example, the one side is this father-daughter moment in Europe. You know, this is always a very special moment. Or like in the Middle East, when the bride like really like the anxious moment before the bride walks into the room. She's ready, you know, and then the doors open, she's walking onto her kosher. Like, this is when everyone is just watching, you know. So but what is it from your perspective?
For me, the getting ready is really a big part that I really, really love in any wedding, to be very honest. And these two moments, when, I mean, the difference between the UAE or the Arabic weddings or Emirati weddings is basically that the getting ready is most of the coverage that I do. And the couple session, but it's not like you photograph a party afterwards, like you do on international weddings, where you have and details that follow that, and you in international weddings, I photograph the guests, how they interact in all family parts. Whereas with the Emirati weddings, it's very private. My focus is basically the bride and the very close family, and I'm not allowed to take more photos of people that are not close family. And the respect and confidentiality that comes with being commissioned to photograph a wedding like that is incredible, because they give all their trust to me, and they trust me that I don't publish images, that I don't show them to anyone, that I basically respect their privacy requirements, and that is different in Germany. I mean, not in Germany, in international weddings. Many
Sometimes
people
it's really a
like
shame that one cannot publish
like
those
their
beautiful
photos
pictures
being
of
all
those
over
weddings.
social media everywhere. But even there, I have really private weddings, and the difference is, I think, how should I say? I think what encompasses the Arabic weddings is this huge amount of respect. Like, there's so much respect and love that's just incredible. Also for me, that the moments that are engraved when the one Emirati princess, like a real princess, she was going to walk up to the stage to go enter the hall. And she walked past me, and she said, and sorry, I have to finish. Sorry.
No problem.
And she said, thank you to me. She said, thank you to thousands of people, but she said, thank you in that really exciting moment for herself. She said, thank you to me, which means so much. Yeah, she valued my work and to be there. And sometimes, I don't say that international weddings are not like that, but they are different. Like you said earlier, they are more a business kind of thing. There's less emotional connection because there's less privacy and less intimacy, I should say, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, difficult to say. And then of international weddings, I really love, again, the big party, of course, because you see lots of things happening there, or the big reception, lots of emotion with all the speeches and the interactions between the people. That's a different style. It's a different style. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, you
I think
cannot
maybe
compare
because
it.
I'm very much into really little details and little emotions. Yes, I think I'm basically between the two. Happy about really any wedding. Might be like 10 people or 500. It's for me, it's always, I always give everything.
Sure.
And yeah. So I hope I was not detouring from your questions.
No, it's interesting. I think it's very interesting for a lot of people to actually like look a little
Are you
bit
still
also
there?
behind the scenes. So and to just get to know like what is the difference. Tell us a little bit about the area where you're living. I mean, I know you also do a lot
I
of
think we
other
have
weddings like around, but what is particular about the area in Germany where you are, and also the type of clients it attracts?
You're breaking off. Okay, I cannot hear anything now anymore.
You cannot hear anything anymore? Okay, just a second. Okay, just a second. Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now better?
I think we've lost the signal somehow. Shall we reconnect?
Yeah, just try to reconnect.
Yeah?
let's just see if she comes on again. Okay, there we are. So let's see if you can hear us now. Can you hear us now better? Because we can't hear you at all. Can you hear us? Can't hear you. Okay. So now I can hear you.
Oh, what I forgot to say about the UAE, I really love the heat.
The heat.
I love the real desert.
And I mean now it's
Okay.
like 45 degrees. I just saw it, so it's yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't like this time of the year, but nonetheless, the feeling is very warm always. Specifically, also like in the evenings. Like I mean, the life obviously is completely different. Everything is more towards the evening, and I mean, no like thick jackets necessary, and it's just a complete different lifestyle. It's yeah, 1001 world in the most cases when you're going out of the city life. What I wanted to ask you is this is the part maybe that you didn't understand. Now, which part of Germany are you living in, and what type of clients does it attract? Because this is what you also just mentioned, and this maybe also reflects a little bit the type of weddings that you like capture the most. You mentioned international weddings, but what does that mean? So you said it's mostly like couples from different backgrounds, from different cultural backgrounds, from different countries.
Can you hear me?
And just like tell people a little bit about the beautiful area that you live in.
I can hear you. Okay. Okay. It's so much fun speaking with you, actually.
Okay. I think now we lost your voice again. We lost your sound again. No, now it's back. Like there seems to be somehow something with the mic going on. Can you hear us? Because we can't hear you right now.
Yes, it is.
Now it's back. I think maybe something is interfering in your phone. Maybe when you're receiving a phone call or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now it's back. Yeah.
And
Okay, maybe to just wrap up. So what is the area that you like? What makes the area so special for weddings that you are in right now in Germany?
Yeah. Yes, Yes, the area where I live is called Rheingau, and it's near to Frankfurt, quite in the center of Germany. And the Rheingau is an area, a vineyard area, and full of old castles and monastery and wineries. And it's quite a touristy area, and it's crazy. There is full of weddings every. Oh no. Okay. No, with my mic, I don't do anything. It's sitting there on my,
Okay.
basically. Yes, I can. That's strange. Okay. And now
No,
still?
it's fine.
It's coming and going
Yeah,
a bit.
it's coming and going, but it's not a problem. But we
we
hear
try
you.
to understand you.
Yeah. So you said it's a beautiful area, wines,
Okay.
castles. So
I hope
so you
not.
have
Yeah,
a lot of
okay. So
international
what did you
clients
hear
there,
last? Okay. The area, it's one of these worldwide UNESCO kind of how do you say, heritage,
World
like an
Heritage
area.
Site.
It's near the River Rhine, and there are lots of old castles and monasteries and wineries, and there's an area where you have wedding locations for everyone, like from really small intimate weddings to massive weddings. You can do any here. And my client basically is mostly international or mixed, like German and Australian, or German and from Nicaragua, or from Boston and Switzerland, and many want to have their wedding here because it's a beautiful area. It's like it's really beautiful, and because of the heritage in the old castles.
Yeah.
And and my specialty are these international weddings, because I also speak several languages, and it's my I think it's in my blood to be like multilingual. And do you still understand me?
Yes.
What
It's
languages
beautiful.
are you speaking?
Yes. What languages do you speak? So if people are
I think we keep
interested
losing
to
it.
know.
It's terrible. Yes.
What
Yes.
languages?
Yeah. So, and that's why this year was quite how do you say, it was a little bit demanding, because basically 90% of my weddings I had to move to next year, and but it was it was good, because I was able to take all my brides and grooms.
That's great. I mean, that's not everyone is not so lucky.
Sorry, I cannot hear anything. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Like, maybe just tell us, like, what languages are you speaking?
So can you hear
Can you
me
hear
now?
us? Yes, we can.
Because I cannot hear you.
You cannot hear us? Okay, let me just do like, if you can't hear us, then let me just say thank you very much. I'm not sure like what is the technical problem right here, but it was really interesting to listen to your story about.
Can you say something so I know if I can still
Yes.
hear you?
Yeah, we can. We can hear you, but we just want to wrap. You cannot hear something? Okay, we're gonna just wrap up. Thank you very much for like coming onto our show, telling us about your photography journey. So people who are interested in can check on Saskia Marloh. Thank you very much.
And she definitely speaks German and English.
Yes.
Bye
For now.
Bye.